today's workout, we are going to be jumping into some shoulder external rotation and then a little bit of linear work if we have time. For the workout, you will need a couple yoga blocks here. If you may need a couple yoga blocks or just something to some type of elevated surface. What we're basically going to do, quick explanation, and I'll explain it a little bit more once we get there, is be at something to set you up at your active end range of motion, right? So my passive is here. Passive meaning just how far can I be put or pulled into a stretch. Active being how deep in that range can I get. Passive, how far can I be pushed or put into a stretch position. Active, how far can I stretch by squeezing and getting there myself. So we'll be working in our active end range of motion. So we have these blocks to, I'll say that later, but basically some blocks to get to your active end range of motion. I have a tennis ball or lacrosse ball or some kind of, you can use a can as a tension object, and then a band and anchor point. I have two set up, but you only need one. If you're watching, you don't have to always be facing the camera, right? As we go the other way, you can turn and face the other way. Mine are just set up so that I can face the camera both ways. So let's see, I think that's it. And as I just mentioned, for anybody watching live, Jennifer and Ashley and anybody else joining as we go, you can always feel free to type in the chat, and I'll be monitoring that for any modifications or questions, anything like that that you may have. We'll get those addressed. So we'll go ahead and jump in. We're going to start off with scapula cars, elbow cars, and then into the shoulder cars. So a quick review for scapula cars. We're moving our shoulder blades through their full rotational range of motion. Our scapula movement is scapula depression, where I'm bringing my shoulder blades down. We have scapula elevation. We have protraction, which is forward, and retraction back and together. So we're hitting all 4 points and kind of combining those in a big oval shape. We're trying to keep our arms still, so whether they're straight down at your sides or straight out in front of you or anything in between, keep your arms still. Try not to bend the elbows to get retraction or kind of really round your back forward as you get protraction, right? All the movement, maximize shoulder blade, minimize everything else. So we'll go 30 seconds one direction, 30 seconds the other direction. Here we go, scapula down. You don't have to keep pace with me. Just go at your own pace, smooth, slow, and controlled, maximizing scapula motion, minimizing anything else. Ready and begin. So I've got my scapula depression, protraction going forward, elevation, retraction, depression, and just continuing that motion. Notice elbows staying straight, locked, arms pretty much by my side. I'm not bringing them forward as I come forward or bringing them back as I go back. And let's reverse directions. Good. Get as much tension as you can as well, so we're not just kind of moving them lightly, but we're actually trying to squeeze and feel the muscles working that are creating the movement. My back on the back side, my traps on the elevation, chest squeezing forward, and kind of lats as I pull down. So feel all of those tissues, all of those muscles working. And time. All right. Next we'll go into our elbows. Elbow cars, we're rotating our forearms. So we're rotating out as we come up into elbow flexion. Rotating forearms down as we push down. So Elbows are going to stay pinned at the side. We're moving through elbow flexion and extension and also rotation. So rotating up, over, and down. We'll do that, and then we'll switch, rotating down as we're coming up, and then palms up on the way down. So here we go, 30 seconds one way, then 30 seconds the other way. Elbows down at your side. Ready, and begin. Rotating out, twisting outward pressure, rotation, tension the whole time up, rotating down, pushing down, tension, rotating down, tension, rotating up and out, palms up and out, palms down and out on the way down. And really try to get that as high up towards the elbow as you can, not just happening at the wrist. Rotate those elbows. And let's switch directions. Palms down and out on the way up. Over, palms up and out on the way down. Really get tension going through those elbows. Twist, squeeze. Feel it all working, and down. And the reason I like to do elbows as well on my shoulder external rotation is if for any reason I'm kind of pushing a little bit past where my shoulder can take that external rotation load, we know that some of that load will translate down to the elbow. So if I'm really in this position and I'm torquing and my shoulder tissues aren't doing a great job of taking that rotation, that force is going to translate straight through the elbow rather than through the shoulder. So I just want my elbows nice and warmed up, my shoulders warmed up, just to kind of get everything warm and acclimated to that force for the workout. Now we'll go into our shoulder cars, taking a shoulder through its full range of motion. Quick demo. On the front side, I'm going to be externally rotating my shoulder. So if I have a dot on the inside of my arm, I'm turning that up and out, right? I'm turning up and externally rotating away from my body. Coming across the chest, straight arm locked out, so try not to bend. Squeeze, so if I bend, I might squeeze a little less here. So it forces, a straight arm forces me to abduct as I'm externally rotating. I'm going to move up into as much shoulder flexion as I can without arching my back. So max out that shoulder flexion. Once I've maxed that shoulder flexion, internally rotate the shoulder. So now I'm turning that dot down, in towards my body first. In, I'm rotating my whole humerus in towards my body. And then moving into shoulder extension. Back, around and down, continuing that internal rotation twist, and then I'll reverse it. So internally rotating, lifting as much extension as I can. Once that's maxed out, then I start unwinding external rotation, big circle, front half external rotation, back half internal. So I'm essentially just making a big circle. If you kind of watch the screen, I'm doing this, right, with external and internal rotation of the shoulder. We'll go 60 seconds back and forth. So the other ones, we all went 30 seconds one direction, 30 seconds the other one. Shoulder, we'll just go back and forth for 60 seconds. Slow and controlled, you don't have to keep pace with me. Whatever's slow and controlled, max shoulder range, minimize everything else, whatever that means for you, and begin. Get as much shoulder as you can, as little of everything else as possible. External rotation on the front. And I like to either feel my stomach or my rib cage here just to kind of make sure that I'm not twisting or assisting with other parts of my body, and I'm just moving that shoulder. Good, we'll finish this one off here. And we will switch sides. Ready and begin. Passing the halfway point. Try to feel what's creating that movement. Shoulder muscles, deep shoulder muscles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. All right. So we are going to get into our active range of motion for external rotation. Our normal pails and rails, getting into a little bit of the technical of it, pails and rails are actually for end range, right? We stretch, we're at end range of motion, and then we're putting tension in an isometric push for pails and isometric pull or squeezing for rails, right? So what we're working today is not in end range, but we're not working in our max and passive range stretch of the tissue. We're going to work in the end range of our active range. So wherever you can actively squeeze your shoulder to, and I like it on a block to start, just to keep kind of my shoulder in line right here. I'm slanted a little bit forward here. I'm abducted at kind of 90 degrees from my body. My shoulder's in a straight line. So I like it here. But you can also go from the ground if you want to. But we're getting to our active end range. So if that's as you're pulling up, and that's here, that's great. If it's here, that's great. Wherever you're getting to, whatever your active range is, we're there. And we're going to set our dumbbell up at the end of our active range. So if it's down here, you're setting your dumbbell up here. Right? I'm squeezing here. If my active end range is a little bit higher here, then I'll be here. If it's even higher, then I'll be here. But wherever your active end range is without the weight. So mine's about here. So I'm going to go here. And it looks like I would be able to set it up. I'm going to set mine up a little bit lower just so I can talk and I'm not really straining as we're going. But I'm going to go here. I can feel the backside on my shoulder squeezing. Good, that's my active range. If you're getting really far and you can't feel, if you're getting too much of a stretch, you may not be able to feel that actively, and that's not our intention today. We want to feel, so getting to our active range of motion is important. So we're going to go, we are going to do that. Actually, that was a long explanation, but I want to do one other thing. I want to do some capsule cars before we get into that. So we'll just go straight into our capsule cars. We're going to do 4 different positions of capsule cars. So we're going to be doing this here, right? So that's just rotating Our shoulder joint, we're going to have 4 different positions. So external rotation, internal rotation, external, internal, external, internal. And to save time, we're going to do both arms at the same time. We're going to do this position, and then we're going to come inside 90. We're going to go this way. Rotate, rotate. So you just try to feel that humorous rotating in your socket. Rotate, rotate. Then we're going to come outside 90, rotate, rotate, and then we'll finally go straight arms. So the first 2 we'll do is just kind of get a nice rotation. The third one, we're going to add strong tension, as if you're pushing through honey. We're encasing honey and you're pushing and kind of swimming through that honey. So we're going to do 3 in each of those 4 positions. From here, arms at 90, and begin. We're going to push down, internally rotate those shoulders. Get as far as you can without shrugging or adjusting body position. Your arms are literally just on a rotisserie, rotating down, rotating back up. That's 1. Rotating down and rotating back up. That's 2. High tension, working through honey here, pushing down through that honey, squeezing at the bottom and rotating back. Big squeeze up for 3. Arms inside 90. And this is where if you have 1 or 2 balls, you can squeeze them for extra tension. I'm just going to squeeze my fist tight. We're going to internally rotate again. Rotate straight down. On that rotisserie still, try not to use your wrist. Just rotate at the shoulders. Rotate at the shoulders without the wrist kicking in. Externally rotate. Squeeze back. Again, internally rotate. And externally rotate for 2. Big tension number 3. Here we go. Big rotation, big squeeze down. Rotate those shoulders and rotate back. Good. We're going to come not to 90, but just outside 90. Here we go. Internally rotate. Externally rotate. Internally rotate. Externally rotate. High tension for number 3. Squeeze, big squeeze down. Squeeze, internal rotation. And big external rotation. Good. And then straight arms. Think moving at the shoulder, not just at the elbow and wrist, right? We're turning that whole shoulder over. Ready, and internal rotation. External rotation, internal, external, big tension, squeeze internal, and big squeeze, external rotation, and relax. All right, now we can jump into our active. Now we have a better idea of where our active end range of external rotation is. How far did you squeeze back? How far did you squeeze back? How far did you squeeze back? Get to that same position in this setup. All right, so we're going to use the front side of the shoulder to push down for 30 seconds. Then we're going to use the back side of the shoulder to pull back for 30 seconds. Concentrate on the feel. So we shouldn't actually be able to lift the weight, right? If you're at the end of your active range and you're trying to lift a weight even more, the weight shouldn't move because we're really at the end there. So, but you are going to try, feel the muscles and try to squeeze. So ready? Start pushing down, using and feeling the front of your shoulder. Ramp that up. Ramp it up harder. And give me a 30-second effort reaching fatigue. The max you can push for 30 seconds. Push. Push. 20 seconds to go. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. And we've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Grab that weight and try to lift. Squeeze using backside of shoulder. Squeeze. Squeeze backside of shoulder. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. I'm trying to lift this way, so squeeze back. Squeezing right back here. Feel rotator cuff squeezing. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Shake it out. We're going to have one more 30-second effort. So just a quick shake. Reset. Breaths. If you're on video, feel free to pause it if you need a little bit longer to recover. We want a strong effort that's not highly limited by fatigue. Ideal. So here we go. Get yourself in your position. Feel that front of your shoulder. Start using that to rotationally push down. Push that dumbbell down into the ground or into your blocks. Medium, strong, and 30 seconds to fatigue. Get there. Push. Push as hard as you need to get to that fatigue in 30 seconds. 20 seconds to go. Keep pushing. Big, strong push. 15. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lift up. Squeeze backside shoulder. Squeeze. Feel backside shoulder. Use backside shoulder. Try to lift. Squeeze. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right. Before we actually no, let's just switch. We're going to switch to the other side. You can just switch to the other arm. I'm just going to change direction so I can stay facing the camera here. And the other quick note is test your active external rotation range on this side. Don't just assume that it's the same. So this arm, the other arm may have only gone here. This arm may go higher or vice versa. So actually kind of test it. And don't just assume this one is probably a little higher for me, so I'll set up here and that will still give me room. All right, we're in position at or near our active end range within an inch either direction. Feel that front shoulder as you start pushing down. Keep it just in that front shoulder. So your contraction, max contraction, using shoulder only. I'm not pushing the whole arm down. I'm rotating, pushing down. Using those muscles in there, ready, and push. Ramp. And 30 seconds to fatigue. Pushing down. Big push. Squeeze. 10 seconds down. 20 to go. Get to that fatigue. 10 seconds, adjust your intensity accordingly, get to that fatigue in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and backside, trying to pull, trying to lift that weight off using backside shoulders, squeeze. Squeeze, backside shoulder, lift. Should be impossible, but try to actually lift. Use backside shoulder. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Shake it out. Shake it out. Couple deep breaths. And we'll be doing one more. Rotating down, pushing down, rotating back, squeezing back. All right, let's get back in there. Find front side shoulder. End of active range. Ready and begin. Ramp, front side shoulder, rotating, pushing down. Strong effort. And 30 seconds to fatigue. Go. Squeeze. Rotate, push it down. Rotate down. Rotate that dumbbell, pushing it down into the blocks. Push those blocks into the ground. We're passing the halfway point. Fatigue it out. Squeeze. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse. Backside, try to lift. Lift using that backside shoulder. Squeeze, rotating back. Trying to face my knuckles up towards the ceiling. Just squeezing, lifting, squeeze. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, let's move our blocks and our dumbbell out of the way. Before we move on to our banded work, let's just do one shoulder card just to see how that external rotation works. Moving that shoulder along, so external rotation. Right, we've done all the external rotation. Externally rotate, come across. Keep that external rotation going as you move into flexion. Internal rotation into extension. Back, around and down, and reverse it. Extension, external rotation, big circle up, around and down, other side. Externally rotating on that front half, internally rotating on the back. And good. Grab my band, and we're going to do some banded from external to internal. Actually, let's do from internal to external first. So we're going to come across first. Internally rotated to externally rotated. Stay nice and tall. Same thing, right? We're just externally rotating. I'm not twisting the torso. I'm not moving my whole arm out. I'm rotating right on that axis, just like I was rotating here, just like I was rotating here, just rotating on this axis now. We're going to go 45 seconds of nice tension rotations. Ready and begin. If you don't have the anchor point, you can just grab your band here and give yourself resistance. It's not, you can't quite maintain tension or get the tension I think you would want, but it will work if you don't have the anchor. And then you can always just do higher internal tension if you don't have a band or anchor point, right? So if I don't have a band or anchor point, I'm squeezing here. Hard. Hard external. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. I'm going to switch sides so you can just turn. You can just turn, go from internal to external. I'm just switching sides here. Ready and begin. Maintaining tension. I'm not just letting the band pull me back. I'm squeezing and resisting coming in. Squeezing out, resisting in. 15 seconds to go. 10. Keep squeezing, keep that work going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and now I'm going from external rotation to internal rotation. And begin. So now I'm starting out, pulling in. I was starting in, pulling out. Now I'm starting out, pulling in. Kind of that front side of the shoulder. Like when we're face down, pushing down. Same thing, squeezing. Seconds. Keep that tension and feel free to adjust, right? You can move away from the band. You can move towards the band. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm just going from external to internal here. Ready and begin. Rotating just on that axis. Seconds to go. Keep that tension level high. Keep working. Challenge yourself. Try to feel those rotator cuff muscles working. Don't contribute with the wrists. Either way, just rotate the shoulder without anything else helping. 3, 2, 1, and time. How are we looking on time? Almost there. All right. We'll finish with we're going to do a quick pails and rails for overhead, and then finale movement. So for our overhead pails and rails, just want you to lie down on your stomach and get whatever position. If you do regular kind of lifting, barbell lifting, dumbbell lifting, get to your ideal overhead position that you want to get to, whether you're wide grip, whether you're more narrow grip. If you don't, just fine. If you don't do any lifting or not worried about your lifting position, get to a good overhead position or where you feel a nice stretch under the armpit. So whether that's wider, whether that's more narrow, no pinching on the front or top side of the shoulder. So find yourself a good overhead position where you're pushing down and you can get tension through under here, through under your armpits. Use that stretching tissue under your armpits. If you have no stretch and it's too easy, you can grab your blocks and get higher. So find your position. Ready, and we're going to push down for 30 seconds, lift up for 30 seconds. Ready, and push down 30 seconds. Using that lats and under armpit stuff, squeezing, pushing down. 15 seconds to go. Keep squeezing, get fatigue under those arms. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and try to lift, but nothing moves. You're just squeezing front shoulders now, trying to lift off of the ground, lift off of your blocks, squeeze. Tire those shoulders out. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Last thing we're going to do is we've got 75 seconds. We're going to externally rotate. So all that external rotation we've been doing, externally rotate. Lift elbows off the ground. Get to that overhead position you just got to. Back down, elbows down, rotate down. You're going to rotate off. Same external rotation we've been doing. Lift elbows off. Rest to your overhead position that you were just in. Down, elbows down, rotate down. 75 seconds of continuous movement at your own pace. Ready and begin. Rotate. Good. Try to keep constant tension on it. Tension through the full motion. I'm reaching back with my hands on the rotation, reaching back when I'm lifting my elbows, reaching back as I extend my arms. Everything always reaching up towards the ceiling. Always reaching back towards that ceiling, maintaining tension. We've got 30 seconds to go. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Finish this one that you're on.